Do you know, what does God mean to you this morning? What does He mean to you? You know, David, I think about David so much, how much he screwed up, how much you could call him a failure. You could, because what he did, you know, he defeated so many armies. He defeated all that with the power of God, but then did he fail God? Did he mess up? Have we ever failed God? I have. I've failed Him so much. I've messed up, and I've told Him I didn't even believe Him. You know? But David said, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. For you are with me. Do you realize, as we sing this song, sing to God this morning, saying, you are my healer, you are everything I need, regardless of what I'm going through. Regardless of where I'm at, I'm going to worship you. Just like Paul and Silas. They were worshiping God in the prison, regardless of where they were at, regardless of how they felt. I'm pretty sure they were upset because they were unjustly thrown in prison. But they began to worship, and their problem began to disappear. The chains fell off, and they walked out of prison. If we just worship God and tell Him how much He means to us this morning, maybe our problems will start disappearing before we even know it. Before we even know, we'll be walking out of that prison. We'll be walking out of that valley we've been walking through so much. And all the hurt, all the depression we've been walking through, all the sickness we've been walking through, if we just lift up our voices and worship Him this morning, maybe those problems will begin to disappear. Because we worship God not for what we're going through, not for how we feel, but for who He is. For He is high and lifted up, regardless of where I'm at, regardless of how I feel. He is high and He is lifted up, always. He is the beginning and the end. He is the Alpha and the Omega. He is my healer. What else do I need? He is everything to me. Sing this with us this morning. Just worship God. Just worship. You hold my every moment. You calm my raging sea. You walk with me through fire and heal all my disease. I trust in you. I trust in you. 'Cause I believe that you're my healer, and I believe you are all I need.
and God placed them in the right place at the right time. How good God is, huh? Amen. Hallelujah. Listen, we can't even be there to protect them, and God places the right farmer at the right time, Dolly, huh? God's good, folks. Yeah. I'm going to tell you something, folks. Listen, y'all probably thought I'd lost my mind up here. When it got to that point, I trust Him. I said, I trust Him. I yelled it. You know why? Because this morning I trust Him. Amen. I believe there's some folks in here this morning. You talk the big talk, but you ain't trusting like you used to trust. Do it. Do it. I ain't shy this morning, folks. Do you trust Him this morning? Amen. We're going to sing that song through. How many times have you been on your last nickel? My boy got quiet in here, Lord. Devil, you ain't getting no glory in the house today. This is God's house. How many's ever had news brought to you thought you may not see tomorrow? Huh? But how many can remember the hand? How many can remember the presence of God entering into your place? And when you thought you had nothing, you were the richest person in the world. Huh? Amen. Well, I can tell you what, boy, God, you got the right word at the right time. But listen, this morning, let's just sing that one time through. When we get to that trust part, if you trust Him, yell it out this morning. Can I testify? Come on, brother. You go on, brother. I was hoping you. Yeah.